Hello all, and welcome to Pacific Profiles, Women-Owned Spotlights from WBEC-Pacific. These spotlights shine the light on a member of the WBEC-Pacific community, the certifying body of WBEC Women-Owned Certification in Alaska, Northern California, Idaho, Montana, Oregon, and Washington State. For more information on our services for women-owned businesses, visit wbec-pacific.org or follow the link in the description. My name is David Lang, and I'm the Marketing and Communications Manager at WBEC-Pacific. Joining us today is Imelda Alejandrino, Chief Innovation Officer at OGGI. Welcome, and thank you for being a part of the series.
Thank you, David, for having me.
Tell us about yourself and your business. What inspired you to start and get into your industry, and how long have you been WBEC certified for?
I've been certified for at least 20 years. I started my business in 2001 during the dot bomb, which everybody thought I was insane. But luckily, I was able to survive that. I started my company as a design slash marketing firm. And since then, I've done more innovation and with that, more strategy around innovation.
Yeah, and then I think just for context, the organization you're speaking of is actually a different one from OGGI. Can you just go over that one a little
Oh,
bit quickly?
yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I started a marketing firm, AP42. And AP was for Alejandrino Partners. I shortened that because no one can spell my last name. And the 42 goes back to a movie. Uh, it eludes me, but 42 is the ultimate answer to the meaning of life in the universe. And because AP42 was a company that had multi disciplines, it allowed us to be able to answer everything even past the
Yeah.
universe.
Cool. And yeah, I mean, Hitchhikers is a classic, and if you're tech based, I mean, it's
Yes.
a good little reference to throw in there.
Yes,
So
that's it. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe. Yes. My
yeah,
favorite picture.
and then leading into the present, can you tell us a little bit more about Augie and what it is?
Oh, yeah. So back in 2021, when all the doors closed, we were all on lockdown. One of my Fortune 500 clients said to me, Melda, I want to put a global event together without using what's now called our video conferencing, what we're using now. And I said, sure. And we came up with Augie. And if you're not familiar with it, we took us out of these boxes, put us into these pods that move independently video conferencing or video in a 3D space that was interactive.
Yeah, excellent. And I think to kind of paint a picture too, it's a lot of the events you're describing are kind of the middle ground between having a metaverse space, like a virtual space that you can walk around, but then also still being present with people. You're not with avatars or with things that, just kind of
Oh,
awkward, unpersonable, blocky people
yeah.
or whatever. It's like, no, you're with the people. I know whether it's a little video screen that's floating around or like the holograms or something. So it really has that personable touch to it still.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. And one of the things that we try to emulate is, imagine going to an event and having a side conversation while the presentation's going. You can do that inside hockey. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of really cool features in there, and we're trying to humanize it because while you're stuck in these grid of boxes or looking at holograms that aren't real, um, we've the key thing is to humanize digital um, interaction, and we're calling them digital destinations.
Moving on, what is the biggest challenge you have faced as a woman-owned business, and how have you overcome it?
Um, you know, if you have 10 hours, I'll explain it. But to make uh, the challenges I have is the things that's happening around me. There are still old um, behavior, and especially being a woman, especially being a minority. Oftentimes, they're still waiting for the guy to come in and, be the CEO or, but I have to say in the 20 plus years that I've been around, it's improved quite a bit. And everything from financial to uh, getting in front of new business um, boils down to being taken seriously. And I think if your work is solid and you communicate clearly, you'll be taken seriously.
Yeah, it's more than just being a figurehead and then the other side of the table recognizing that that's like, "Oh, you have the checkbook too, you're the one
Yeah.
making the decisions." Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Statistically, we are making an impact.
Yeah. Excellent. On the flip side of things, what's a fantastic win you've accomplished as a business owner?
Oh my goodness. I think they've all been great, to be quite honest with you. But one stands out really because back in 2019, 2018, again, I love to employ innovative technology with marketing. And so we were able to employ VR with a utility company here in the Bay Area, being able to visualize what LED lights would look like by using VR. And we use these things called Google cardboard Google glasses,
Oh, the
right?
little weren't they like $30 or something? I don't know if they make them anymore, but I
Yeah.
know what you're
What you
talking
do,
about.
you put your phone in there, you drop it in, and then you put it in the Google Cardboard, and then you can walk around, you could look through and actually see the virtual reality. So you didn't have to purchase, thousands of dollars with those goggles that you have. And then also, one of the things that we did, this was for a D&I event for a consulting company out in Atlanta where they invited all of their DNI clients. And I went to all of the different states and shot a green screen video of them. And we put them each on a banner, 6 foot, 8 foot banner. And during the event, they were all situated on the perimeter. And what you could do is with an app, you can go to your banner and then you come to life. It's hard to visualize, but once you see it, it's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I've done this." And I repeated that same project for WeBank as well a few years back.
Yeah, well, and I think it's the excitement too of, like you said, being at the forefront of new technologies and embedding them in events, and it's kind of that wow
Yeah,
factor too for a lot of people. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But it has to be useful.
Yes.
Otherwise it's like you know, another little video game that you just use anyway.
Yeah.
Don't get me
Fair point.
started.
All right, balancing it all out, what keeps you motivated to run your business, and what motivated you to pursue certification?
It's that independence. I've worked for major corporations, I mean, and not to say that they're bad. It's just, I think it's the personality type of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur, I believe, you can never tell them no because they'll try to figure out how to solve it. There's this spirit about them where they're pioneers and they always want to do it their way, you know. But I think that's and and being certified, I finally found, birds of a feather flock together. And I found my peeps, if you will, that talk the same language. The pain, the tribulation, the successes, what future looks like. So I've been very fortunate. I've been certified for over 20 years. So something's going right.
Have you seen measurable benefits, such as new WBE partnerships, opportunities to bid, or corporate connections because of having women-owned certification?
Oh, yeah. I believe so. I believe so. And, you know, to be woman certified doesn't necessarily get you a client or a project. It just says, look, I'm certified and you're giving me a chance to prove myself. And that is where the rubber hits the road, is proving that you could actually do the work. I've heard other women say, I've been certified, been a waste of time. And I'm thinking, it's you. It's about you. It's about what you bring to the table. It's not that piece of paper. That piece of paper is a ticket in the door, which you couldn't even find the door without it. But now that you have that, you have to be able to prove yourself that you could meet the challenge that anybody's giving you.
Yeah, it's really utilizing it as a two-way street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
How does your certification differentiate you from your competitors?
That's a good question. I have a business partner, and he didn't really believe in this whole ecosystem. But then he realizes the benefit that not only gives the business, but also he looks at his daughters and say, wow, now they have equal footing when they get older. So it's looking into the future as well. The benefits of being certified is promoting the next generation of women
Yeah.
owners. That's how I feel.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just being able to like pass along the torch, or even if you need to start, light the torch and then passing it on as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen so many things in the 30 years I've had my business, and sometimes it's cyclical, but definitely moving forward.
Hmm. Excellent. Has being a part of the WeBack Pacific community grown your connections with other women-owned businesses?
Oh, yeah, it has. I mean, I try to work and involve other WBEs whenever I get a huge project and I know that I'll need help with it. I always refer to the WBEs, at least the network of WeBack Pacific. They're in my own backyard, right? And I think being able to reach out to the other RPOs is great, but being part of WeBack Pacific, they understand not only the environment, but the culture that you live in because you're in that environment. I'm talking about Alaska, Washington, Oregon, Northern California, Idaho, and Wyoming. I mean, these are areas, and some areas are very isolated, but at the same time, they're areas that are very populated. And that's where you come together and be able to share your successes and also ask for advice, which I've done a lot.
Yeah. Well, and it's that nesting effect too, where you have the benefit of the nationwide network, but then at the same time, you have, I don't know if we're quite at hyper local, but definitely more of a local network that understands like the metro area or the region you're in or the state even. And you can just really forge those close partnerships that way.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think also the proximity of who you could reach out to is practical too. I mean, granted, there's technology now. You can get on Zoom and talk to somebody, on the other side of the globe. But having that proximity, going out to coffee, you know, at the end of the day, it's still that physical connection that you get. And I'm currently working with the WBE to help support Augie in an area that we don't want to get into. We want to be that software company, but they're able to support us on the peripheral, and it's like more power to you. And it's a great partnership. Great
Hmm.
partnership.
Gotcha. What WeBank Pacific events have you participated in and how they impacted your business or personal development?
Um, I think the impact of the economy has really affected everybody. Um, I've had to really choose which events that I go to, but I have been very involved in the events that we back Pacific to the degree where I'm the speaker or I'm volunteering, putting name tags together. I go and do site visits for um, women who want to be certified. Anything that WBEC Pacific needs, I'm there. And I think now that I have to be mindful of my time, and I'm sure everybody does this, is where do I make the most impact? And I think it's reciprocal. The fact that I'm able to tell my story in the spotlight is one way helping me. And I want to be able to take this opportunity to help We Back Pacific and say, look what they're doing. Since I'm a marketer, I want to be able to um, shout at the mountaintop, like, look, we're here to stay, and this is what we're doing. And so, We Back Pacific has helped me a lot, especially around exposure and connection.
All right, and now we have it. The last question here. Do you have any advice to other women entrepreneurs who are considering WeBank certification or who are already in the certification process?
Don't give up. Whatever you do, forge ahead. And I would say that bring your game to the table. That certification is a ticket at the door, and once you're in, leverage your expertise and don't give up. And also go to the events, network, shake hands, tell your story. The more you frequent these events, the more you'll get noticed. And what happens is that you'll forge a group of friends, which I've done, not only with the other WBEs, but a lot of these corporates, they're just people too. They want to talk to you. We've become friends. We share photos of each other and our kids. Again, this is a community of women, and we get you.
Well, that's all we have for today. Again, thank you, Imelda, for taking the time to share your story with us today.
Oh, thank you. This is a great privilege to be able to share my story.
You can learn more about OGGI at their website, enter OGGI.com, or follow the link in the description. You can also find them on social media on LinkedIn, X, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Take care, everyone. Women's Business Enterprise Council Pacific, or WBEC-Pacific, is a regional partner organization of Women's Business Enterprise National Council, also known as WBEC, the largest and most recognized body of women-owned businesses in the United States. WBEC-Pacific serves women-owned businesses in Alaska, Northern California, Idaho, Montana, Oregon, and Washington State. If you're a certified women-owned business in the WBEC-Pacific network and would like to be featured in Pacific profiles, keep an eye out on your inbox throughout the year for invitations to be featured. Thanks for tuning in.